Okay, listen up. Whatever you're doing before watching this video, you need to drop it and somehow get a copy of this book. Beg, borrow, steal, what? Wait, no, don't steal, but try to get a copy of this book and start reading it after you watch this review video because it is such a fantastic thriller. Hey everyone, my name is Meera. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review the book The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. This is a really hyped up psychological thriller that's been doing the rounds of Goodreads and I finally picked it up. What a great decision that was. It has easily become one of my absolute favorite reads of this year. This is the story of a woman named Rowan who comes to work at the Ellincourt's home as a nanny to their 4 children. She thinks everything's going to be fine and she's going to be able to manage it all well. But a day after she joins, the parents go away on a business trip, leaving Rowan to hold down the fort and take care of 4 children who aren't very happy about being left alone with a stranger. The Ellincourt's home is equipped with the most advanced technology. Soon, the high-tech gadgets in the house begin malfunctioning and Rowan gets the feeling that there's someone else in the house. This novel is about a murder and a false accusation. Rowan gets arrested for someone's death in the house and she's writing a letter to this lawyer asking him to fight her case. In this letter, she is recounting all the events that took place after she started working at the Ellincourt's home. So we read the story as a series of flashbacks and I love the fact that it is through these letters that Rowan is retracing her steps and we gradually come to find out what exactly happened. I was alternatively listening to the audiobook and reading the ebook and it was so spooky, especially the parts when I would listen to it on audio and the sound effects were so enhanced. It was really nerve-wracking. In my opinion, Ruth Ware has done a commendable job with the setting, the atmosphere, the writing style and the emphasis she places on how the technology works in the house, how closely integrated it is to the way these characters function. There were times I'd stay suspended mid-action because I just couldn't take my eye off the page. I was holding on to my breath. That's how enraptured I was. For some reason, I've read so many negative reviews for this book where a lot of people said that they felt disappointed after reading it, they didn't like the pacing, but I loved that aspect of the book. As I mentioned, Rowan is going through everything that happens during her stay at the Ellincourt's home. So she's mentioning these day-to-day occurrences in the letter. But I didn't find that draggy or boring at any point because I felt like Ruth Ware was just trying to establish the whole scenario, make us familiar with the environment, help us understand the equation between Rowan and the kids, and pinpoint the role that Jack plays in this whole narrative. So at no point I felt that the book was slow paced or I wished that certain chapters or sections hadn't been included. I was entirely immersed in the story and the book had such an effect because of the environment Ruth Ware creates. Some of the themes in this book are harassment, technology, impersonation, parenting, murder. The element of technology in the story is so interesting to read about because the Ellincourt's home is updated with such high tech. There are touch sensitive panels instead of switchboards, voice activated functions, apps that allow you to control different parts of the house, cameras everywhere. Thinking about it, it's actually quite shocking and a little creepy, the extent to which technology really holds an importance in that house. Rowan came across as a typical working woman wanting to impress her employers and be liked by the children. We don't really come to know much about her in terms of her background, like who she was, what her family is like. And also I felt like there were some sections where something she would say or think made me feel like she could have been toxic for the children, but for the most part she shows a lot of consideration towards them. There were times when I felt like she was much more brave than I would have been in her place. She's also curious about things. Maddie and Ellie are 2 of the children. They're around 8-10 years, I think. Maddie has this whole elder sister thing going on wherein she gets Ellie to do what she wants, not really aggressively, but she sort of bullies or scares Ellie into following her orders. And Ellie, you can see that she wants to like Rowan, she wants to talk to her, but because of how Maddie is, Ellie is just always scared. When Jack is introduced in the novel, I had a feeling that he could have been Rowan's love interest. Whether that happens or not, you're going to find out when you pick up the book, which is right after watching this video, right? So Jack is sort of like her support in the whole scenario wherein she's alone, she's trying to manage the kids and all these weird things are happening in the house, and he's usually there to like calm her down and to fix things when things break or things are lost. Sandra and Bill haven't been depicted as the really typical parents. Bill especially, you don't get to see him as a parent, as a father, because for most of the book he's just MIA. I don't know why exactly, and I can't pinpoint the reason, but Sandra sounded a little bit like a Stepford wife. She's all smiles, but then there's also something about her personality that's not fake or mechanical, but I don't know, it's just a little odd. I don't know, I felt that from her character. The USP of this book is, okay, thanks for that background music. This is a psychological horror set in a smart house. It has great build up, and the ending is unlike anything I've read before. It's so unpredictable, it'll leave you rooted to the spot. I rated The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's a must read. Please pick it up. If you have, then I want to know what you thought about it. Even if you didn't like it, just let me know why you didn't like it. And if you haven't read it already, then for the 100th time that I'm mentioning in this video, please pick it up. So that's it for my thoughts on this book. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon with another video. Bye.